Okay, let's start with reviewing last week's week 2 of the 6 week to silver handbook. For week 2, scheduling classes for the following month for each leg that needs the volume. And then I think you were to complete that calendar and send a screenshot of that. All the numbers or the dates into your calendar.
I got them in my calendar, but I'll send you a screenshot.
Okay, I have the 27th.
Yeah.
And what were the others?
I was going to do a spring and essential oils class on the 31st in the evening.
Okay.
I'm hoping to do another 101 on June 10th.
Yep.
And then a make and take on the 21st.
Oh, awesome.
And then if I can get somebody to host one, I want to do another 101 on like the 24th or sometime that week.
Okay.
So I'll check and see who's coming to my mom's class on the 27th of May and see who wants to host.
Okay, awesome.
And then I'll do a Facebook class somewhere in there as well, maybe the first week of June.
Okay, perfect. And if you ever need any classes, we have that whole Synduit thing.
Oh, cool.
That too. Don't let me forget. Thank you. Good job. Okay, fabulous. So your strategy, you were to think about that for this upcoming month. What were the bases of it? Bases?
It was just following up from the people I had contacted in April. Because I've had a few people I've sent samples and stuff to I haven't heard from, even though I've been like texting them and emailing them. So I'll keep following up with those people and see if I can track them down in person. Mm-hmm. Stop rubbing yourself with oils. You only need so much.
You're going to be all slippery.
Slippy. And what else did I have written here? Continue to invite people. I keep inviting the same people over and over for one-on-one classes.
You gotta call her. I know if they don't come. You have to call her. Say, Everly, look.
She can see you, but you can't see her, or something like that.
Here, show it to her. Oh, wow. It's your oil, yeah.
It's her oil. What else? Just building off of the momentum from April, because April was kind of a slower month. So,
okay, awesome.
And encouraging those who have mentioned advocacy to me to need to think about it and ask me questions and like, I'll set you up with Suze and we can answer all your questions.
Yeah, and two, what in the beginning, you always want to make it super simple, because literally all it is the entry of that number. That's the only thing in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Once things start progressing and growing, then we can take that next step with them. But you want to keep it simple so they don't feel like, shoot, if I put this info in, then what if, like, do I have this full-time job that I have to be
right
for? And because that's what freaks people out. So keeping it really nice and easy, and that even from the very beginning, you can actually, if you wanted, you could even say, so all this info, and then don't forget there your SIN 2, it's all secure when you enter it online, because a lot of people don't care, but when you make it a big deal, or we make it like this scary thing, then they're like, oh, well, maybe I should think about this before I just enter it. So just trying to keep that really simple, and just, it's like a matter of fact, it's assumed that they have no problem sharing it from this point on. And then the next was, okay, sorry, hold on. For strategy, following up, what I was going to mention that I would love to start doing too is, which I think is going to be really good, like you'd be very natural in this niche, is doing videos.
Oh yeah.
Little short sharing videos, because the biggest thing is you're trying to make it about them. So introducing yourself, ask a question right up front. So like, have you ever dealt with or would you like to learn whatever it is, like really short. So for example, have you ever dealt with extra belly fat, or have that muffin top, whatever. And I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to show you, and then you list what you're going to do. So I'm going to tell you 3 things, how to address it. And then you tell them. So in that first intro, that takes like 10 seconds. My name's Christine. Have you ever, I'm going to tell you. And then you explain what you're going to tell them. And then you say, to find out more, or if you'd like a free sample, message me, and always follow it up at the end with connection. So you can either text me, you can call me if you have more questions. And so then that's always creating this online presence for you when you're not there. So maybe during dinner, someone else doesn't have family dinner per se, so they're going to sit and they have time then that they can watch that video. So that's a longer, like a pipeline concept versus the bucket, right? So that's what you're always trying to think of. So online videos, I think, are amazing, and I want to start. I need to figure out the best place to do it, but grab our camera and our tripod and get some of those going, because I think that's ingenious for that. Okay, theme word. Remind me what you said your theme word was.
Passion.
Yes, I was thinking like it's P something. Passion.
I need to get the passion roll. I didn't even think about that.
You did get it or you don't?
No, I should. You should get
Oh, absolutely.
You roll that all over me all day long.
Totally, yes. Be passionate, be passionate, passionate. Your chicken list, did you get that made for the people that you would love to share with, but you might be a touch nervous?
Yes. The whole thing with that was I don't mind approaching people who I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people I don't know, the strangers on the street, or like the business owners.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me.
Okay, awesome. So go with like the entrepreneurs. Strangers on the street might look at you like you're a little odd if you start chasing them down the sidewalk. But the entrepreneurs are already in that mindset. They're already in that frame of mind. So again, maybe not you talking about belly fat or muffin top. Maybe you're talking about, have you ever wanted to learn how to generate more online leads, or you want to learn how to reach your audience and make it personal about that, like reaching out to them, because that's huge. Everyone's searching for trying to create their own business right now. So if you're reaching to them specifically, and then maybe sharing it on like a Durham entrepreneur page or a Durham community page, or you know what I mean? So that would be another outlet for you. That would be another great idea. And again, asking them a question, because our brain, which you know, same with pre-elite, our brain loves questions. It like stops us and it zooms us, focuses us right back in where we may have been like, oh, da, 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 and not really focusing or paying attention. And it brings them right back to you. So always trying to ask that question to grab their attention. So chicken list. Awesome. How many did you get written down?
Oh, I just said strangers on the street.
Okay. Go at it again.
And I write them down.
Yeah, perfect. Go at it this week and list maybe like 5 to 10 people, entrepreneurs that maybe you've seen on Instagram, or that you have been to their shop locally, or whatever it is. And think of a way that you, if you were them, put yourself in their shoes. How would you want to be approached? Like, you don't want someone to just say, hey, can you put this up on your blog? Because it's really good for everyone, because they've built that community. They don't want to just throw random things. So, I'm trying to make a difference in our community. Is there something that I could help you with? Would you be open to learning how to deal naturally, etc.? So aim to have that for next week. Reading a book and taking a long bath with your favorite oils. How'd that go?
I did that on Mother's Day.
Good job.
Like, I'm having a bath.
Yep.
I just used lavender and frankincense.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good combo.
And I was reading through this.
Christy Wright?
Yeah.
Is it good?
The Business Boutique. It's pretty good. I just read like the introduction, and the foreword was written by Dave Ramsey.
Okay. Oh yes, I remember you telling me.
Pretty good. I haven't got into like the gist of it. It's like a workbook as well.
Okay.
So
Like you do assignments?
Yeah. It's like, let's apply. What have you learned? Write down, etc.
Awesome. Make it personal.
Formats will you use to post your content? Brainstorm interesting stories you might want to use, etc., etc., etc.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a neat idea. I would have, I don't know if I've ever heard of that before you had mentioned it.
I have stickers too.
A couple, oh, is that your book? Is that the one that you're working on?
Yeah, she's using a sticker book.
What kind of stickers?
Who's on the stickers? Who's that? What's her name? They're princesses. Do you know her name? Belle? I don't think we've ever watched Beauty and the Beast.
That is, we saw a friend of ours did a play when we went to see them in Pennsylvania. They were teen kids. Yeah, and they actually did a really good job, like costumes and everything. Like, it was beautiful. I'm trying to think right now. So for, I love Audible. So I was looking up what I had. And one of the ones that I would recommend is The Big Leap.
The Big Leap.
By Hendricks, H-E-N-D, Ricks, R-I-C-K-S. The Big Leap. Gay Hendricks is his last name. It's a really good one for just your mentality
Right.
of thinking, because it's a lot to do, again, with the belief and what we can perceive for ourselves. Okay, moving on. Share one of last week's wins, something nice, and what you focused on the next day.
The wins. What happened last week? It's been so long.
It does feel like that so often.
Let me look at my calendar. I sent samples down to my friend Megan in Virginia.
In the States, yeah.
And she got them, and I had sent her a little roller ball as well with the teething, like white fur and lavender, because her boys are teething.
Aw, good job.
She's like, wait a second, what's in the roller ball? Because I had texted her what was in it. She's like, oh, I can't wait to use that on the boys. And she's really excited to start using them. And she'll probably end up, I think she said she's going to get a kit this month because she wants that 50 PV.
100, yeah, or the 50.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we'll see. She says her husband is hesitant, as most husbands are. I told her that Mike was the same, and he's not real. So that was my win. Hopefully, I'll follow up with her again. But I'm going down first week of June. No, July. We're going to them. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So I told her I can do a class while I'm there.
That's a great idea, actually, because then she's experienced, she's used them, and then she'll want to share it naturally. That's amazing. Good job. What I was going to say was, even yesterday, I got a message from a friend through Nick, anyway, California. And sure, go ahead. And he had said, hey, Suze, he's like, I do not believe in essential oils. He's like, I've privately mocked them. He said, but we just recently moved to Wisconsin and my kids cannot breathe. Like their eyes are swelled shut. He said, and I hate pumping them full of drugs. So what do I do? So even though they might appear that they're this like hard exterior shell, when it came down to it, he's like, I'm still a doubter. I'm like, it's all right. Challenge accepted. And I sent him the roller ball of lemon lavender peppermint. Of course, we're sending from Canada to States, so it takes like a week at least to get there. I think I might shoot him a tri-ease through the States too, like just to get it there faster. But with that being said, I haven't ever reached out to them that I can remember. So people are watching. So just always remember as you're sharing things that they're constantly wanting to know. Okay. So the little note from this week is, how's it going? How's your energy level? Moving into the last, so we have 3 weeks left. Dude, that's it. How's it been feeling?
It's been good.
Yeah.
After April was kind of slow, but
Yeah.
now I've picked up some momentum. So I'm trying to keep going off of that. I had a good couple first weeks of May. So.
Yeah, awesome. You've been hitting thank you for sharing your blankie. Been hitting your goals and your volume. Been pretty amazing. It's exciting to watch and to see that. Especially when you've been putting in the time, right? And you see it parallel, like you put in the work and then you see the results. There she is. Show her quick. Do her best. Tell her what it is. It's what? Tell her it's my blankie.
Blankie.
Yeah.
Blankie.
One of her many blankies again. Are you remembering to take care and time for yourself each day?
Baby.
I try.
Okay, good. That's
Some
all.
days better than others.
Yes, absolutely.
Last week you're like, what are you going to do for yourself today? I'm like, I got to do laundry.
I don't think that's exactly what you mean by for yourself. I think it's more like, I'm going to sit and read it or drink a cup of tea, or I'm going to not worry about the dishes in this moment and go sit in the sunshine with my girls, or whatever it is. So just
be more present.
yes, it's a struggle, like trying to constantly remind yourself, especially when you're in the beginning, right? It's called 4-year career for a reason, because for the first 4 years you push and you work, but the purpose is so that you can have all of that time freedom. But in those 4 years, just reminding yourself to be very intentional. And it takes its toll if you don't take those moments. You're like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, or I'll have a bath the next day. And then it gets to the point where you're like, everything has to stop because I'm taking a bath right now, because you're going to implode on yourself or those around you. And so trying to remember something, even again, doesn't have to be massive, but something small, like eat a piece of dark chocolate or whatever it is in that moment. Okay. Okay. New month is finally here. Working into May. I know we're a bit into it, but working really hard, focused on volume, strengthening teams. We want your team, as you're growing, to feel the momentum and the energy, and that's part of you sharing it with them, again, talking about it, but not burn out. So again, having that time to recollect and revision with solid principles. So you're constantly reiterating, what are my beliefs? What are my, are you still there? Hey, I'm shutting.
Got frozen there for a minute.
So my internet connection's unstable, and then you stop moving. It's like, okay, I guess she's gone. Just going back to your beliefs and your ground fundamentals, and reminding yourself, okay, why am I doing this when you're in those tough moments? And what am I, and then looking for that joy, looking for the possibility that's involved in all this. Celebrating those little moments when your littles come to you.
All done. Go play with your stickers, please.
When your littles come to you and have so many exciting stickers to share, that you are giving yourself that moment to take the freedom to stop and look at them and listen to them and their little joy and sparkle that's coming from them. Because if we forget those moments and we think, okay, just give me a second, which I find myself doing too often, then we're not going to remember and feel the reason to continue when we get to that part. Okay, so for week 3, these are the things, 6 different things that we're going to be working through. Okay, number 1, plan solid, inviting practices, which you've already done quite a bit of this as far as with the pre-elite, but this is for all events, including maybe an oil experience or a sample beforehand when possible. So experience maybe someone, your belly hurts, yeah? Okay, I can go get the Zenja, ask Adelaide to grab it for you. Maybe you're on a bus or a train and you see someone dealing with seasonal allergies, then you can always just offer, here, do you want to try this? And they can borrow your rollerball or whatever on their nose. That's like an experience, okay? Because what you did with your friend in Virginia, that's fabulous. That's one of the best things you want to do. Send them samples beforehand and then continue from there. Okay, number 2, do you have and would love for you to share any fears or doubts with this whole process, and then asking maybe how to resolve these concerns and rewriting those negative thoughts. Okay, for example, I don't have enough time. Okay, stop. How can I rewrite that positively? I have all the time that I want. I need to learn how to manage my time. I need to learn how to prioritize, say no to the things, which that's tricky too, that aren't necessarily as important and could be set aside to a following week or following month, or just simply said, I'm so sorry, in order to do such and such, that I, and you can work with this wording, but that I prioritize in my life and I've given the value to, I have to say no to that because then I can't work on this. So I told my kids, there you go. I told my kids that I would take them to the park, okay, for example, and I would love to go grocery shopping with you. But in order for me to take them to the park, I'm going to have to say no to grocery. Here, rub it on your belly. To grocery shopping with you in that moment. Does that make sense? What'd she say?
I need to go to the park, Mommy.
I'm so sorry. That would be so much fun. Okay, so with that being said, with the fears or doubts, and if you have any, then feel free to share them now, or you can shoot them to me later in a text. And just being open and vulnerable and, hey, I'm struggling with this, or what did you do in this situation or in this scenario or whatever. And I don't think you've run into too many of those, which are nice, because a lot of people, like Erin Furtis, our friend, the nurse, she really, everything was going really well, and then she just hit like block after block after block after block, and she's like, what? And like people are like, oh, well, I don't have the money, or oh, I don't have the time, etc. And she just is like, what in the world? So walking through those is a positive in the beginning because you know later how to deal with it. At the same time, if you're fearful of or not sure, maybe you're in one right now, you're not sure how to do that. I just see there, send for your career. Did I send that to you yet? Okay, I have a list of things that I need to do right here. I keep a running tally, so that I need to do that. Sorry. And rewriting those negative thoughts. If it's simply the perception and not an actual truth, it's just maybe your belief about it. So then refiguring, how can I train myself to think, oh, there's not enough time in a day, but okay, what is not necessary in this moment? Maybe doing laundry every single day, for example. That's not necessary. Maybe you can do like every other day or something. I have no idea. But just shooting that out there, that could be something. We do it like when we run out of underwear. So we do like once a week or every 2 weeks. Okay, number 3, watch your LRPs. So this is not just your own, but this is for your team as well for the month, and keeping notice of the volume. So maybe 1, 2, 3 times a week, just pop into your back office to either your detailed genealogy or your graphic tree, whatever the best way is for you to look at that. And keep an eye on it, especially like, for example, with the 15th that's just passed. I've had some people who placed like 119 LRPs or 101 or whatever, like so close, or even a 98. I had a friend just talked to yesterday. You need to put your PJs back on. And she had a 98 PV LRP. And it just, she didn't realize, and it had just been saved at that. It's like, so trying to help your team, especially, for example, if Brittany's, when she's ready to get on board, then being able to keep an eye on that and always watching that for her. Just getting in that practice. Okay, number 4, plan a fun activity for yourself and or your family. Fun activities. So maybe that's like doing, what do the kids love? I can't remember, but it's what it's in the closet right now. We haven't pulled it out. With the Xbox, you have the thing that follows you. It doesn't follow you. It's it like watches your motions and your actions. It's like the dance party or whatever. Yeah. So there's one in there that they love, or simply just playing card games because they're older too, like Dutch Blitz or Settlers of Catan. Or maybe for your girls, it would be going to the PARK. Like something simple like that, but fun. But then also for yourself. So if that's going to get a pedicure or meeting up with a friend for coffee or jamming out to one of your favorite songs and just dancing and twirling or whatever it is, whatever you think would be, I would love to do that, then you should try it. Or like a paint night or pottery class or something like that, okay? So would love to hear what it is next week. Number 5. She okay?
Escape Rider.
Penelope was asking where she was. Like, but Mom, where's the baby? I said she's probably sleeping.
Why are you belly?
Good morning, baby. How are you?
Covered in milk.
What did you say?
She's covered in milk.
Oh, no. Cheerios?
Yep.
I remember Jocelyn doing that so often. Or when I was sick with Eve, like her tray would be smeared with food. Yeah. Oh. I wouldn't be paying attention or couldn't care to pay attention. Like, oh, lovely. Okay, number 5. Interview someone who has a high close rate for bigger kits. Ask them to share their insights. So what I would do is even maybe jump on YouTube. Like we've done a few natural solutions kits, but I personally, the average for us is either the Home Essentials or the emotional aromatherapy, like the around 200, 300, because that just seems that's the typical for most people. But you could even just Google it, with doTERRA, big kits, etc. And that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to do that too. Ask, and just getting their insight. She's growling.
I don't know what she's doing. Okay. Being silly. We're done here. Your choice, please.
So again, you can even Google it or YouTube, whatever you prefer, or Facebook might be an option too. You know what you could do is even on doTERRA Canada, the wellness advocates, you could post like just a question. Say, hey, I'm just trying to learn and grow. Would love if anyone has any insight on how to, etc. Number 6, the last one, start calling. After you write down those specific 10 words or names, start calling through your chicken list.
Okay. Ah!
Nitty gritty, getting down to
That's what we
the
call it, a chicken list.
yeah, exactly. When your hand's nervous, when you're hitting the numbers, but you know it could end so amazing. Baby girl, Valerie, what's the matter?
She's very needy.
I understand it's Wednesday. Okay, so don't forget this week to do your win, your nice, and your focus. Win, nice, focus. So today's win, something nice for me, and tomorrow's focus. So maybe set an alarm every day at 1:01 p.m. Think about what today's win was. What's something nice I'm going to do for myself in this moment or in a little bit, and what am I focusing on for tomorrow? That's a great idea for that. Okay, amazing. Any questions based on what we had shared and anything that I need to cover with that?
No, I think.
Okay, I will send you this book as soon as I get off with you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go pack, flying out tomorrow morning for Pennsylvania, for Philadelphia. I'm flying into Montreal. I've never been to that airport yet. Yeah. So I'm excited to try it, to see what it's like. I've heard it's beautiful, I think, is that one. Someone's telling me. So I'm excited. I'll take pictures. I'll have to share them. I'm planning on going through all of my emails and just catching up on the stuff where you're stuck and you have to work in that space right there. That's my goal for these next couple of days. Anywho, thank you for your time, babe. I appreciate it once again. And if there's anything we can do, and just offering support or help or answering questions, just give us a holler. Okay, thank you again, and tell the girls to have a wonderful rest of their day.
You too.
Thank you, hon. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.